Hello, hello, hello. It's Nikki Manting, and that's Billy Merritt.
I had an earthquake. I'm okay.
Yeah, he's like in Los Angeles, but he looks like he's in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Right?
Welcome to this. That I'm going to let Billy talk to you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Billy Merritt. We have a group that's going to do a hybrid documentary. I like to call it, it's a little bit more than just a documentary because there's a lot of great scene work, a bunch of different bells and whistles in this show. And these guys do a great job. They've spent, oh my God, they've been 3-4 months working on this. So it's really interesting to see it evolve and turn into their own form. So I think we're ready to go. We're going to get a song title. We're going to have one of the great performers will come out and ask for a suggestion. So Diana, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Thanks, Billy. Let's give some love for Billy Merritt.
Yay.
Yes. Our fearless leader. All right, beautiful human beings. We need from you a line from a song, a lyric from any song of your choosing. And here we have in the chat for us to enjoy. There must be some kind of way out of here.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, we find that as we descend upon the town, we're bound by giant bars that go up 3 miles high in the sky. This town is a space that is enclosed in a humongous cell.
From the aerial view of this town, you see outside the wall of bars is also a circular maze encircling the town to further confound those trying to exit.
Going throughout all of the fields, there what appear to be gigantic rabbit holes. They go inside of the fences and outside of the fences, and every now and then some ears poke up.
There is one road into the town through all these fields and through all of the mazes. There are lots of gates that one must pass to get into the town or out. And when you get to the main gate, it says, Stevens, not welcome.
There are rows and rows of security cameras all over Stevens, and the cameras are very proficient, so they catch most of what's going on. But there are a couple little patches in the fields where the cameras can't quite reach.
There's a fog throughout the town at all times. So visibility is just not as great as it could be. People can only see so far, so much, any time of day.
The town's local bar is called Stevens True Prison, and it serves liquor. Welcome to Stevens.
Stevens. All right. I've brought you all together here because there is a problem with our security here in Stevens. There are areas that are unmonitored. So we're going to sponsor, I'm thinking with your input, a hunt. We're going to have a hunt for unsecure spaces in Stevens.
Well, as the main dog breeder in Stevens, I would just like to remind everyone, if you're going to get a bloodhound for the hunt, do not get them off the black market. Come down and see Belinda. Thank you.
Belinda does really good with her dogs. I think that's great. But I have to also say, as the owner of the toy store, I would recommend, if you want a good slingshot to see where things are. It's much more humane than some of the guns at the gun store, and we don't want to talk about that.
As you all know, I'm Sarah. I'm the owner of the Stevens True Prisons bar, and I would like to make it our headquarters because I invited a documentary film crew to come check out the hunt.
God, how are they going to get in?
I'll let them in. I know I can work through the codes.
Oh.
Now,
All right, sorry there. I do want to let you speak, but that's Luella. You know, I run the GPS tracking facility here. I sell all kinds of trackers. Some you have on your cars, some you have on your pets. Some of you have already been chipped by me. Yeah, time is a wasting too. I'm glad
No,
you
I'm
actually
not-
pointed to that. The thing is here is I have about 27 people in town here who have not yet been chipped. I cannot track them. So I just wanted to put that out there, let you know. I didn't want to name names. And now I want to defer to my dear town folk who I so rudely spoke over.
Well, no, it's quite all right. I have to say I'm profoundly impressed by the level of security and awareness of lack of security in our town. It's really heartening. I had no idea. And I do want to say, bloodhounds should be chipped, rabbits should be chipped, and remaining humans should be chipped.
And robins. I don't trust those robins.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
You're
Why?
right. We are talking aerial assault.
We could have a chipping party at Stevens True Prison while we're doing the hunt.
So
Yes.
I'd just like to chime in. I'm Mel. I lead the metal detecting experiences where people sign up and get up. Well, you all understand what that is. And I'm thinking this is an opportunity to get town people who wouldn't otherwise be engaged. We can just wander around town, parts of town people don't go to with our metal detectors and see what we do or don't find.
You know, I was thinking that if we make enough money with this documentary, we can take the money and buy an MRI machine, and we can put people through it, and if they don't have a chip, it won't come flying out.
Now, did
Intense, but I
somebody
like
just
it.
say a title? Did somebody just say a title? Maybe I missed it. I've had a little problem with the fog is getting to my brain, but do we have a title for this documentary? Because it's clearly shaping up.
Well, it's about the hunt.
The hunt and chipping party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because
the
once we find them, I'm gonna chip
I'm
them.
gonna,
Fish and chips.
Oh my
Yes!
God!
Yes!
Jim.
Yes. Oh, man.
Oh.
wow.
Fish and chips.
Fish.
So
Yes.
my brother, he owns the metal detector thing, and we kind of sometimes we are a little manipulative because we totally planned on bringing up the metal detection hunt and the chipping party together.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't go out until the events happen. Yeah, we've completely conspired to put this together. This is going to be good for our businesses and the auspices of the town. But no, this is sell drinks, sell fish, sell metal detector experiences.
I mean, like, so here's the thing, like, when we were growing up, like, we were always a team, like Amos and Andy were,
Best friends, high five.
yes. But now our interests have diverged a little bit in that I am mostly a provider and purveyor of fine liquors, and my brother is still very
Purveyor and
much so-
provider of fine experiences.
Yeah. See, I feel like those should go more hand in hand than they do, but a metal conductor is very rarely conducive to a fun night.
Well, let's agree to disagree, dear sister. But we're looking forward to this fish and
The fish and chips.
fish and chips. Yes.
I'm just really hoping that it'll bring me closer to my brother again, because like we really have been lately feeling a real strain.
My sister doesn't know I'm not chipped. I hope that doesn't cause a problem.
My brother doesn't know I'm not chipped.
Do I look okay? I had to run right from work.
I mean, you look beautiful as always, but I have to say you look distressed. You do. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I was the one that came up with the name for fish and chips, but I just didn't realize the demand for bloodhounds would be so great. It's a lot.
I'm concerned about that. Why is there such a demand for bloodhounds? There's something behind that. I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
My friend Joanne here, she has a very inquisitive mind. We met when we were doing the Pictionary championships, and we were rivals at the time, but now we get on like a house on fire.
I mean, we do, and frankly, you know, we have both amassed a fair amount of wealth through metal detection. It's our little secret. People think that's just a nothing thing. Down in the basement of our clubhouse, we have amassed a lot of metal.
It's mostly old tin junk. It turns out the bloodhounds kind of have a nose for old decaying metal, so we do have a little bit of an edge, but it's mostly old tin junk.
Yeah, there is some edge, but she's really downplaying the situation, just say.
So, my friend Genevieve is actually, well, she's a psychic, and she doesn't need chips, and she doesn't need metal detectors, and she doesn't need anything to know what's going on. She just knows.
I do. I knew that Monique was going to say that. I think so. Get a little nervous the camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's going to come out.
I know. Yeah, so I am psychic. I'm really good. I really know all the things that are happening. I do run the toy store. Surprisingly, in a town that's sort of like a prison, we don't get a lot of business. So I'm hoping that as people come to fish and chips and think there's a hunt and it sounds fun, that maybe I'll get some business. I can see that something's going to happen. It's foggy. It's fog is really causing problems. But yeah, no, Monique really knows what's going on in this town. She's got her pulse on the finger of everything. She writes newspaper, so she's gonna have to know what's going on.
I do have my pulse on what's going on in this town, and there's something subversive going on.
I was going to say, but that's just, it's a psychic thing. So I don't have evidence, but yeah, we can pull something up.
Well, we don't require evidence in Stevens. We honestly, we could be a witch hunting town, except we're in the 21st century. So we're the 21st century equivalent of a witch hunting town, and we don't require evidence, quite honestly. We just want to cage them, tag them, bag them, and control. We want to control things, right?
I think we do a pretty good job of that. Yeah, we haven't had an escape, shall we call it?
Yeah.
For what, 2.5 years now?
Oh, that doesn't count. I mean, that was just a little baby that crawled through the I mean, it wasn't.
All right. Well, then, yeah, for actual like people-sized people, close on to 4 years. Yeah. So, yeah, we all love each other in town. That's why we stay.
And we love our town. We don't want to leave our town, quite honestly. We're not stuck here. We're not stuck here. Believe me, we are not trapped.
Tell you this, I've snuck out of this town more times than people realize. How else am I going to catch those who do the same? Got an inkling that those siblings are up to something. Truth be told, their chip records have been misplaced. A whole database has gone missing. There are several people who, I know personally I chipped, whose chip records are not available. I did not personally chip the brother and sister duo. That was my uncle. I can't talk about what happened to my uncle. But I'm going to get with that psychic. I think they see more than they let on. Fog or no.
I've been working on cocktails in your business's honor, really. So I've got the metallic mix. It adds copper food coloring.
I love it. Green. I mean, copper oxide.
It's orangey.
Even better.
Okay.
Sister, dear sister, I have a question.
You can call me Sarah if you want.
Sarah, if you had a secret any secret of any sort, any topic, would you keep it
What do
from
you mean? What do you mean to have a secret? Why would you think I have a secret? I don't have a secret.
like, say there's something you're supposed to do and you haven't done, just hypothetically, anything at all. Like,
I don't know who you've been talking to, but just I don't know what you're talking about. I do everything I'm supposed to do always.
So what's another drink after the copper one?
Oh, speaking of drink down here at the end of the bar, can I get another truth teller?
Of course, in vino veritas. That just means I gave her a wine.
So Sarah, you have a drink called the Truth Teller.
It's this wine.
If you were to make a list of town people who are truth tellers, where would you rank yourself? Just hypothetically.
Mel's really starting to freak me out. Normally when he gets like this, I know that there's something up, and I can tell there's something up, but I hope it doesn't ruin our amazing business extravaganza. I guess I would say I'm number one truth teller because I know everybody's secrets, not just my own.
Of course, of course. Oh, did you know any secrets about me? Just maybe something I wouldn't have told you? Hypothetically, dear Sarah.
I would never tell your secrets.
You're so sweet. I'm looking forward to this fish and chips.
Me too.
Finding everybody in town.
Joanne, I need more eggshells for the fertility mix for the dogs. Hon, I can't hear you. You're whispering again.
I don't have any eggshells, but I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to get you some eggshells. I'll go down to the bakery and I'll get you some eggshells. Okay?
Oh, crap.
I mean,
Okay.
honey, you have got yourself way riled up. I have a feeling, I don't know if you're like me, but there is something weighing on your mind right now. I can tell. I may not be psychic, but I'm intuitive, and there's something weighing on your mind.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know how I had that bandage around my wrist because I was chipped up and I was too scared to get it done. It's not that I have anything against being chipped, of course, but it looked really sore.
Okay, so I'm glad you're telling me this, but you've just got to continue to fake it because there are rumors going around about what could happen when people find out that other people are not legally chipped. You've got to fake it. Fake it till you make it.
But if anyone finds out, they're going to take my dog business away. I'll be kicked out of town.
Who's going to tell them? I'm not telling them.
I'm just here to chip your schnauzer.
Oh, Luella. Hi, friend. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I left my medium-sized chipper in the car. This one's much too big for the schnauzer. I'll be right back.
You do that.
What did I tell you?
Where does she come from?
I don't know. She's like that.
Yeah.
She's very stealth.
Did I just see her army crawl out of here?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You gotta fake it till you make it, girl. I have your back. Okay.
You're right. And maybe I could rub some like metal shavings on my wrist so that if they do the detection thing, they won't know,
I got
right?
a boatload of those. I'm gonna go get you a canful right now. I got a ton of those.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Genevieve, it's hard on me. It's hard on me to live in your shadow. And Stevens, you're the Stevens queen. And
Monique, you're not in my shadow. Everybody reads the paper. The paper is, legitimate. A psychic is never legitimate. Even though you're getting some of your stories from me and I'm behind it, it's still you. You're the face of it.
I remember, you've been saying this since we were in kindergarten. And I remember you were you don't get to be an editor of a newspaper without, being fairly literate, but I wouldn't have passed any of those tests in English from the 6th grade on up if you hadn't told me the answers.
Are you saying you don't know English?
Well, I know it, but I just know it by vicariously, let's put it that way. I know it vicariously. I don't feel I'm like the gray girl, you know, I I don't really think I exist. That's why I put the damn chip in my arm. You know, I'm not happy about being branded, but I need to know myself, and I don't. I just know myself through you, and I love you, but
Monique, you are your own
Woohoo!
person.
Hey, Mickey, sorry y'all to interrupt. I'm just coming in here in a second with a classified ad. I wonder, Mickey, could you just take a look at this, make sure the grammar's correct, my English is up to snuff. Can you just edit this real quick right here
oh,
on the spot for us?
oh well, yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? How inconsiderate of me. You're probably in the middle of editing some
I
ridiculous surprise
the
winning piece here.
dictionary. It's the dictionary. I'm working on the dictionary.
Oh,
It's
thank
the
God.
Stevens the Stevens Unlimited, and
You're getting
it,
our colloquialisms in there, right?
I am the colloquialisms. Yes, the colloquialisms.
For a minute there, I thought you said Caligula-isms, and I thought that was very interesting because there's a lot of rich history around Caligula. I'm going to take off, y'all, but I'd love to have a little, tete-a-tete with you there, Miss Genevieve. I have some questions, but you probably already know what they are.
Oh my God. You didn't realize that I didn't really know how to read?
Well, if you're calling them Caligulaisms, that's kind of a giveaway right there.
You're not as psychic as I thought, Genevieve, and
Well, I'm
that's a
psychic
little
about the big
heartening.
thing. I mean, I'm psychic about the world, and you know, I have to say, I'm psychic about most people, but
They
there's
say
something
when you're
about you that I can't get through.
that's a
something there.
barrier. It's a barrier.
There's barrier.
It's a barrier. I live
I
in
think it's because you're such a strong person on your own, and you just don't realize it. You're not letting people in.
Thank you, Genevieve. You may be right. I think I'm highly influenced by my environment, and frankly, we live in a cage.
Yeah, we do. We do. This one.
At GPS, we are working on a special right now, and you're going to want to make sure everyone in your family gets in on it. For every human, a pet gets chipped for free. That's right. Human chip, pet chip too. Come on down. We're looking to see you.
Fish and chips. It's going to be great. There'll be fishing for people. We'll also maybe have some fish to eat. Who knows? And chips, you can get a chip. We might also have chips to eat. Who knows?
We are having a really special combination promotion between your Stevens True Prison and metal detector experiences that you won't believe.
Beep, beep.
Nothing but drinks and detecting. And it's going to be a great time. Come on down and mention the sibling special, and we'll give you 10% off. Sibling special, fish and chips.
Sibling special.
Don't want to meld into the crowd? No worries. Come to Stevens. We will nail you.
If you're fishing for folks, then you need a dog. Come on down to Belinda's Dog Oasis, where we have more than just bloodhounds. There are lots of good hunting dogs, like Dachshunds and King Charles Spaniels, and maybe Dalmatians are good for hunting too. There's other dogs here. Come on down.
At Stevens Recycle Barn, we have tons of scrap metal for the kids to play with, not too many sharp edges. And for the older ones, we have metal detectors where they can find their own scrap for free.
Through the fog, we hear the beep, 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 beeping of metal detectors as they get closer and closer to their prey. And as the fog clears more, we see Mel on the hunt.
Hey, Mel.
Sarah.
I was I was going to play a funny trick on you, and I was metal detecting up to you, and you're not making any beeps.
Oh, that's funny, because I heard a beep, but not from your direction, dear sister.
Yeah.
I trust you completely, but just one moment.
You
Don't.
You should have told me. We
You
could have
did
shared
keep a
this.
secret from me.
Did you see something?
I heard something. I was following a beep, but it wasn't you.
I guess
I know. I knew.
you know what? It's 2 against 1, Genevieve, the fake psychic.
Psychics
It's
aren't real.
3 against. Oh shoot.
Oh, shoot. Belinda, Monique.
Yeah, what are you two doing here?
Can I offer you all drinks?
I think that there's a deficit of chips in this establishment, in this fish and chips establishment.
What?
I'm gonna go make us a special batch of drinks.
Goldschlager, please.
I'm going to take my magnet out here.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Could I have the metallic martini, please? I'm gonna go tinkle, and I want one.
Mommy,
Give me that.
mommy,
There goes
Mel.
my dogs. Bye.
check
I'm attracted to you, Mel. Why aren't you coming over my way? Hey, Mel.
Monique, I just scanned everybody. You're the only one with a chip right in your shoulder.
I'm the only one.
Only one.
Does
Nobody trusts anybody.
Mel, put down that metal detector.
Hi, Luella. I'm just gonna.
I'm the only
Damn.
one with the chip. Well,
Willis, there's no beeping when you're pointing that at me.
She
Nope.
doesn't have the scar.
I'm the only one here with the chip.
Only
Oh my
one.
I
God.
gotta be honest, nobody in this town's been chipped but you, Mickey. Because it's a subversive thing. I don't believe in chipping people.
I don't believe
Those
in
who
being
think
chipped.
they've been chipped. I just inserted some saline in a little piece of plastic.
That went.
Won't
That
hurt
one-
you as long as it doesn't go to your heart.
The
You
next
guys-
thing you're going to tell me is the surveillance cameras are non-functional. They're just toys.
Oh.
I think you might be a little psychic because you're right.
You guys, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out the book, okay? I've been
Okay,
waiting for
Sarah.
this moment. Everybody, the whole thing was this town was an experiment originally about trust, right? That's what the book says, and it says that really we are our own best surveillance.
Back in one of the spots where there is no surveillance, there is no signal, there is a meeting that's occurring between 2 chipped people.
Fog.
Well, I thought I wasn't going to be here alone, quite honestly. I I thought they were like kidding me.
Look,
okay.
I felt really bad. I wanted to be chipped. I chickened out. I'm just so sorry.
Oh, but you know the spot. You know this.
I carry mine on my neck.
Oh, and then the metal detector goes off, and it's you know, like it's portable.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Mickey, I'm sorry. I was standing behind those bars over there. You didn't see me. Which is weird because there's space between them, but we'll talk about that later. You were so vehement and adamant about being chipped and doing the right thing, and you may have noticed my hand was shaking that day. I'm surprised I got the chip in you.
You mean I might not have the chip in?
Let's look.
Just a
Oh,
scar?
it's plastic.
It's just a scar. Go ahead, put a magnet to it and see what happens. Put a magnet, Belinda. Put a magnet. Well, I'm
Nothing.
not strangely attracted.
No.
My heart is happy and broken at the same time, if you can imagine that.
You know what that is? That's the humor of the human condition.
You're one of us after all.
Yay.
2 years later. The whole town got together for a chipping event. Nobody wanted in. It makes me feel a little bad about running an experience to find people who, maybe weren't chipped, subversive elements. But I think I learned a lesson about watching yourself and letting other people be other people.
I don't trust my brother anymore. And we barely even do two for promotions, and we rarely interlink our businesses. But the bar business is humming because alcohol never goes out of style.
I knew this was all gonna. When I first started talking about this event, I knew nobody was gonna get chipped. I knew nobody was chipped. I just knew it all. Just couldn't find a way. Just, yeah. But I know that next year we're doing a fish and chips event. And this time it's going to be actual fish and chips.
Being a dyslexic person, I never felt like I belonged, but and that's why I headed the CHIP campaign. But what I've discovered in the last 2 years is you don't have to read and you don't have to write dictionaries. All you need to do is connect with the people around you, and things will be fine. You don't have to mark yourself or live in cages.
Yeah, once we stopped doing the whole chipping thing, well, both of our businesses went to hell. So
They sure did.
we became Pictionary partners, and now we're world champions.
That's right. And it's all because of you, Belinda. You got that instinct of a bloodhound. And you know what I'm thinking about drawing.
Oh, do I?
Never been really fond of bloodhounds, but a miracle happened. The bloodhounds have been eating fish. And since they've been eating fish, they've lost their interest in the rabbits. The rabbits are propagating, the bloodhounds are happy, and frankly, they're living together. Now, how about that?
This is Andrew.
Welcome. Come on up, everybody.
Yay. Good job, everybody.
Well, this has been House Team Merritt, and we're going to introduce ourselves.
Hey, I'm Diana Brown out in San Francisco, California.
I'm Amanda Bigford in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.
I'm Hilary Fabre from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I'm Julie Silverstein from Los Angeles, California.
Michael Strauskas, San Bruno, California, USA.
Kristen Drenning, Austin, Texas.
Nikki Manting, and you know what? This team, Hillary, me, Michael, Kristen, and Diana are all going to be at the festival live performing House Team Merritt together. Woo-hoo!
And when is that festival again, Mickey?
It's the 15th to the 19th of September
Yay!
at Essex Woods. Woohoo! Stay tuned. Coming up is the nomadic duo Ramanand Sunday. We'll be back next week, same time, same station.
Bye.